Oh.
Wait, no, I'm good. There we go. See? My chair was low. Well, how would you like me? Oh, okay. Are we on the air?
Yeah.
I know. Hello, everybody. Sometimes we're not as professional as other shows, but today, hello and welcome inside the South Point Hotel and Casino. Right behind me, there's a sports book. It was jam-packed last night for Thursday Night Football. What a game I missed, but I was working. I was doing a show, but we're going to recap it all. We have a lot to talk about on that game. This show is called Punchlines. It's a fun mix of, sports, comedy, conversation, gambling advice. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and I'll tell you what, people are not always sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, there's a flag on the play already, in? What's the flag for?
Start over.
It's not always sunny in Philadelphia because last night the Eagles dropped a home game to the Falcons, and walking out of the stadium, fans were not happy. Take a look at this.
That was terrible. Run a goddamn ball. It's not hard.
Sirianni on the hot seat?
I hope so.
It's a sorry-ass team.
Hot seat.
90% of the money was on Eagles' money line. It's a business. You think it was rigged? It's all rigged, man.
It's all
billions,
rigged.
Man. Let me get a piece of that pie. Was the paint worth it?
It's always worth it, but this game sucked.
You still got a timeout left.
Welcome to the fucking ref show. 2024, big night.
The ref show.
For the refs.
They got to run the ball, though, at the end.
They got to run the ball.
What's it going to feel like going into work tomorrow?
Really shitty. Really shitty.
What happened?
We lost.
That's a good answer. What happened?
You know, we're still trying to figure that out. Terrible coaching. We took 6 points off the board. We didn't take the 2 field goals in the first quarter. We gave Bryce $55 million to do what? To get washed down by tight ends?
You run the ball on 3rd and 3. You get it 4th and 1. Push all the way in.
Nick Foles' retirement, and you're wearing the U1 Philly hat?
That was Nick Foles' night. This girl's great.
Philly special
Yeah, I like her.
tattooed on me.
I know.
And that's how we
It's
play in front of
typical.
him. He deserves better.
We deserve better.
Honestly, those refs were like choking on the Atlanta Falcons' dick harder than Tony Romo for Pat Mahomes.
Those of you who just heard you say Mahomes in Delaware Valley, they got so turned on the way you said Mahomes.
This is my first NFL game ever,
This girl.
and it was awesome, in my opinion. The Birds will be
so
okay.
Philly.
I really have faith that they'll be okay. I'm Emily, Insta follower, Fucci forever. I have footage, man. I have footage. Go Birds!
Sometimes you bleep stuff, sometimes you don't. You know, you watched the long clip. It came late, and,
Ooh.
But
It's because of what
what
they
has
were
happened to
sucking
this
on.
show,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, you gotta love the Eagles fans, the Phillies fans. You gotta love Philly people. They're just miserable people when it comes to sports. They're not a classy town. That's right. I said it, Philly. Come at me. Ladies and gentlemen, who am I looking at? Who am I talking with? Behind the glass, he's like watching the Emmys a day after they happened. You know it's coming, but you still enjoy seeing the posts and graphics and seeing who he's wearing on the red carpet. And speaking of red, he has a great red shirt on. He'll tell you all about it. It's our producer, Ryan McCormick. Yay, Ryan. Ryan, the envelope, please, and reveal today's winning segments.
Well, your phrasing has been fantastic to
So
start
far?
today's show.
Yes.
Yeah. But
What else did I say?
anyway, we will have
A lot? Did I do? Is that why I got the flag from Ann?
some fun games. Captain Punch,
Punch Bowl?
Punch Bowl
Punch Bowl
pundits.
pundits?
Good post with punchlines. And a very fun guest today. So
We do have
gonna
a very
fun
fun
one
guest.
coming up.
Usually Matt Nevert's here. Matt's not here.
Oh.
But he'll be here tomorrow. Matt Never will be here with a little scheduling conflict. So, filling in today,
Wearing a UNLV shirt.
Ewing a
For Matt
UNLV
Never.
shirt. A man pinch hitting who was always the quarterback of our incredible chat room. And you may remember him as the blackjack dealer in the movie The Hangover. Lifelong Chicago White Sox fan. Keith Lyle is here. Hey, Keith is here.
Thank you.
We have a very Christmas theme going here. Christmas in September. I'm wearing green, my first quarter zip of the year, I believe, or of the fall. I felt like fall today.
It's down to like 89 degrees, so I knew you'd be wearing a
You know
quarter
what? My
zip.
blood is thin since I've moved here, Keith,
I
so I'm
believe
getting
it.
used to it. I literally was walking the dogs last night. I'm like, it's a beautiful night. It was 90.
Yeah.
It was 90 degrees. I'm like, oh, this is good. It's not 110.
I mean, it's not the Valley of Los Angeles, but
My friend Frank Marucci, who watches the show, one of the funniest things he's ever done. He lived with me in the Valley, which gets very hot in the summer, 100 degrees, whatever. And he moved to Santa Monica down by the beach. Okay, so where it's like 75 all the time. So after living in the Valley for the first 5 years, he lives in Santa Monica for one day. He comes back up to my house to see me the next day, and he's like, it's so hot in the Valley. How do people live here?
such a
I'm like,
stereotype.
one day he's lived down by the beach, and he screwed me up like that. So anyway, we have a big show coming up. Lots of fun stuff. We're going to talk about Monday Night Football. I had a show last night at the Anthem Is it a retirement
Sun
community?
City Anthem.
Sun City Anthem.
Yeah, 55 and up, age restricted community.
I could have stayed there. I could have moved in. But anyway, it was a great show last night. And what I love about the show, 7 o'clock.
Yes, that's late for them.
That's what. And then I have another show on Wednesday in Summerlin, and that's at 6 o'clock.
That's right.
Home in time for Jeopardy. I mean, whoever schedules these, I'll take the money every time. But they're a lot of fun. So Kathleen Dunbar, thank you. And then we're heading to the ballpark on Wednesday. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, we usually do comedy clip or coolest clip. Today, Ryan, what are we doing?
Coolest
clip. You found this clip, sent it to me. I saw it this morning. If you're a fan of Justin Jefferson, I don't know who has him on our fantasy league. He is listed as day-to-day with a quad contusion, which is, layman's terms, Bruce thigh. It's got a Bruce thigh. They like being fancy in the NFL. He's day-to-day. He'll probably play. But whose team is he on?
I'm looking right now.
Oh, okay. Anyway, he had a 97-yard touchdown, which I think was the second longest in Vikings history. I think Bernard Berrien.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
He had a 99-yarder, I think they said. So when you watch that, Scott Van Pelt fills you in on the blanks. But anyway, someone has Justin Jefferson. Is it Caden?
I believe it's Ann.
No. That doesn't matter.
What?
Do you?
I don't know.
Is Ann?
Whoever's
By the way, Ann,
AAT.
how'd you do in your fantasy game this week?
Who's at AAT?
Who'd you beat?
I beat you.
Yep.
Oh.
She beat me. Yep. You know what, Ann? Hey, Ann, here's a flag on you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Justin Jefferson caught an amazing touchdown. And if you want the best view ever, this is who's the quarterback? Kirk Cousins there?
Ann has.
Kirk Cousins or
Yes.
Fran Tarkington. This is Fran Tarkington throwing a touchdown to
Tommy
Justin
Kramer.
Jefferson. Tommy Kramer. But great fan footage from the end zone. This is, of course, the one and only Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Back to pass, little play action, freezes the linebackers, and JJ open. Catches, and you think, all right, does he have the breakaway speed? He's got two guys. Whoop, whoop.
Let's cut the
Little
other way.
Keystone Cops. By the way, you know, no one ever gives the refs and those back judges back there. They're always there. They're always
hauling Tuckus. They're running.
They're running. They're doing it. Anyway, very cool shot. The Vikings, an upset victory over the 49ers. You want to talk about parity in the NFL? Ooh. How many undefeated teams are there? They're not many.
There are 9.
9. And how are the Steelers doing? They're 2-0.
Are the Chargers 2-0 too?
Yeah. And who do the Chargers play this weekend?
One of them's not going to be.
They play the Steelers. They could be 2-0-1. You never know. But anyway, it was fun while it lasted for Harbaugh. But they're coming to Pittsburgh on the home opener. Justin Fields, Steelers will win that game. All right, let's move on. You know, I already see a very active roll call. Let's do the roll call. Let's go ahead and check out. See who's in our chat. Remember, folks, if you watch the show but you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and you can jump into the chats. Caden tells me once you subscribe, 5 minutes later, you're in the chat room, which is always very, very entertaining. We want to point out that today's question was, today is Drew Dog's birthday. Happy birthday, Drew Dog!
Yeah, Drew Dog.
Drew Dog. Happy birthday, Drew Dog. So the question of the day was, what's the best birthday present you've ever got? I mentioned how my mom and dad always got me a box of baseball cards, which was always awesome. And then I mentioned this Billy Joel thing that's like a dish that Courtney got me. So let's see. Mini Dar, happy birthday from Mini Dar. Dean Hilt, happy birthday, dog. Keith Lyle, here goes nothing. What does that mean?
We're about to start the show.
Oh, we're about to start. Oh, this is, okay. Oh, snap. Happy birthday, Drew Dog, says Jerry. And then Ryan McCormick, tell us about your 17th birthday present.
My 17th birthday present from my dad was my first tattoo.
We haven't met your dad. I'd like to meet your dad sometime.
Someday, maybe.
Is he around?
Wait. What was the tattoo?
What was the tattoo? It was.
It's on my shoulder. It's a skull wearing a crown.
I thought legally you have to be 18, or if you have a parent.
Yeah. If you get parental consent, you can get one before 18.
Ryan's a badass, man.
I think for my next birthday, I'm going to get a tattoo of Ryan's high school picture holding the
football house call.
Yeah.
Still hasn't shown it to us.
Keith's seen it. No, not really.
Oh my God, I was so mad.
No. He texted it to Denny Nagel.
Denny Nagel didn't text me back either. Vonnie, does Vonnie have it? Vonnie's seen it. Also, a fun party gift. A fun party is a gift for your 21st.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
First alcohol ever on your 21st birthday.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
Mini Dar, Eagles gave it away, man. Mini Dar is, yeah. Can Frank say happy birthday to Jerry's dad? Oh, Jerry, it's Mr. Trevino. Happy birthday, Mr. Trevino.
Happy birthday.
And Philly fans are funny. Oh, that's Keith. Keith, you don't have to type. You're right here. White Sox are on a winning streak. They play the Angels 5 more times. Are we talking about that later?
In
the post. All right, we'll do a post later about that. Keith, we want to hear one of your gambling stories later, too.
Okay.
You always have great gambling stories. You talked about Greg Maddox, talked about Pete Rose.
You
talked about Bradley Cooper. We have great stories from him.
Okay.
And I also want to point out, Ryan did point out your UNLV shirt.
Yes.
You are a proud graduate.
Yes, I am.
And how's that team doing so far?
They're 3-0, and there's one common denominator to them being 3-0, and that is the voice.
The voice of the Rebels.
Matt Neverett.
Matt Neverett, who will be here tomorrow. Now, are they ranked? Are they in others receiving votes?
I believe they're get up to 25, I believe, and they're running a special this weekend for Fresno State. $25 tickets and $25 parking passes.
What? Wait, tickets are as much as parking?
Yes. Welcome to the new Vegas.
Why don't you just park at Treasure Island and walk?
That is a far walk, man.
You could do
The
that.
Sahara's park at the Fountain Blue and
Yeah,
then walk.
exactly.
Well, Fountain Blue's not free.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe for locals. I don't know.
I'm still not a local.
I can't believe we're talking about it because it's
never
Vegas
been.
and we never needed paid parking
don't even,
before.
Don't even
so
get
why
me
do we need
started.
it now.
It is ridiculous. You've probably grown up with you have to pay for parking the whole time you've ever gone.
Not exactly.
I'm trying to. Who was the first one that did? Was it Win? No.
No, what happened was
What happened was
they built a hockey stadium and they didn't want anyone to just park at New York or park MGM or regular MGM and not pay. So they had to do paid parking. And so instead of just doing it when there's
a hockey game
or an event, they do it. Oh, well, people will pay it. We're going to charge it. And, it's not like they pass along that money to anyone and they just keep it for themselves.
You want to know one hotel that doesn't charge for parking or valet? South Point Hotel, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Come down here. Ample, plenty of parking. You got the garage, park on the 4th floor. You might see Ryan coming or going from work.
We are also still on Las Vegas Boulevard. So
and we're on the strip, man.
Yeah.
Come on down. We are on the strip.
Here.
Free parking. You could walk from here. About 7 miles.
Yeah.
I know everyone, this is such a hackneyed thing to say, but everyone makes that mistake. First time I came to Vegas, we're like, oh, there's Caesars. We can walk to Caesars, 115 degrees. We were down. Oh, yeah, everyone's done it. You're like, it's right there. And then you're like, taxi. We called a cab. We had to get a cab. It was ridiculous. Because it looks, why is that? Is it because there's no, because it's only big hotels.
It's like that everywhere, though. If you go to London or to Paris and you go, oh, look, the Eiffel Tower from your hotel.
The Eiffel Tower's
really
in Paris?
Well, yeah. It is now.
Okay.
It used to be in Buffalo.
That's right. I get them confused. I was thinking the London Bridge. Anyway, don't ever do that walk. Just take an Uber.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do roll call. We did roll call. Happy birthday, Drew Dog. Unbelievable. Lines of the night. Let's do lines of the night. And roll that beautiful graphic we have. It's black and gold. It's Steeler colors. It's South Point Studio colors.
Yes, black and pink.
And we got some funky bass on there. Is that Jerry?
Ooh.
Yeah. It was like watching Seinfeld. Lines of the night. Keith, you're kicking it off.
Oh, yeah. So my line of the night is Paul Skeens. Here he is, possible rookie of the year. When you look at his statistics,
I want you to justify
is
this
one. Yeah, this is one. You got to, he's got the third lowest ERA of rookie starters in the live ball era. It's 2.1. It's actually 2.08, I believe now. Yeah.
2.08 or 07.
You think about it. The lower ERA than Mark the Bird Fidrich, who had a great rookie year.
In the pan, yeah.
If you were born before 1970,
I remember
him. But this is a all caliber all-star. Come on.
Jerry Kuzma's a great lefty for the Mets.
And he came up in May. It wasn't like he started in April. He missed a month of starts.
And he's he got the loss yesterday. Yeah, he did. So he's 10-3 now, or 11-3. He should have got. They can't score for him. It's ridiculous. That was my pick of the day. My first baseball loss in a long time. But I went with Skeens. I went with Chalk.
Chalk.
At least I went with a pick on the show. You know what I'm saying? I went with the pick.
I did too.
You had the Eagles. Oh wait, you did the over.
Show.
Did the over hit on the?
No, I didn't take the over.
No. Oh, you said the side. Oh, you like Philly. That's right. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, Paul Skeens. Jackson Merrill's a sexy pick. He's hitting. The Padres are winning. But what you look at with Paul Skeens, those numbers are once in a generation.
He's incredible. And he trains in Irvine, where my nephew Sammy Kaminsky also trains there. He's a sophomore, but he sees him all the time, and is such a nice guy. So,
and your idea for him was what, for your nephew? Or?
To go in there and stand in there and take some, if he's pitching a simulated game, stand in there and see that pitch is coming at you at 100 miles an hour.
Like. That would be so crazy. He's like, the ball's a little slippery here. Let's see. Yeah,
he said he was there one time and he saw him FaceTiming with his girlfriend, Livy.
Livy, is it Livy Dunn?
I believe so, yeah.
I've seen her a few times.
Yeah, I guess he's a real nice guy to the kids there. So
look, he seems like a tremendous individual. We're lucky to have him for 6 years before he becomes a Dodger. All right, so Ryan, your line of the night.
My line of the night is going to look at last night's football game. I was on the wrong side, did pick the Eagles. This one going to be on the flip side, the Falcons. So the Falcons with 1:56 left.
Yeah, the
under
odds
the
of it,
2-minute
right?
warning, had a 0.7% chance to come back and win this game. It is the 7th most improbable comeback since 2016,
That's hard to
which is the
believe.
Next Gen Stats era. But yeah, the 7th most improbable comeback that this Stats was able to.
Well, I guess this is and again,
calculate.
I missed the second half of the game. I was entertaining America. I don't know what that means. Because now you're like, wait, 2 minutes to go. It's because the Eagles were on the verge of scoring a game-clinching touchdown.
Yeah, Eagles were up 3 and had a 3rd and 3.
They should have ran the ball.
Threw the ball to Saquon Barkley that goes through his fingertips, ends up stopping the clock with 1:56. They settled for the field goal.
Right.
Instead of going for it, which they had gone for it on 4th down previously in the first quarter.
Right.
And another time throughout the
How
game.
many yards
it was
was
just
it? One?
The coaching.
It was 1 yard or a
would've been
couple
3.
yards? 3 yards.
Would have been 3. But if you run the ball on 3rd down, you're
Actually, I'm
figuring
looking
with
up
that,
right
yeah.
now. Oh,
There
that's
it
not
is.
the play. But they really, honestly, from what I've seen and what I've read on the second half, like they had the game locked. Just run the ball.
Yeah.
And they're the Eagles, for God's sakes. Run the ball.
There was a point early in the game that Jalen Hurts had a scramble that he didn't fully break away, kind of just slid. Like he didn't anticipate that he was going to be that much faster than the Falcons defense.
Right.
Then there was a scramble a couple plays later where he discovers in his own mind that he's the fastest player on the field and that he can run by anybody. And that was kind of like the
Wait a
shift in his
second.
mind that I don't need to give the ball to Saquon. I don't need to throw to my receivers. I can take off by myself and do this.
Right.
And so he stole carries from Saquon, which ultimately stole a touchdown from Saquon. And then just Jalen Hurts kind of turned it into his own game versus the team game, and the Eagles coaching staff didn't really put themselves in a successful situation. They should have won this game by double digits. They should have cleared easily or covered easily.
Yeah.
But
Who's
didn't.
faster, Fields or Hurts? I think Fields is.
Fields.
Yeah. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's so quick.
Yeah. But I do have a second part to
Yeah,
my
go
line of
for
the
it.
night. So that game-winning drive by Kirk Cousins and by the Atlanta Falcons was the first such drive in the last 30 years to be on the road under 2 minutes, in which the quarterback completed 80% of his passes, threw for over 70 yards, and threw the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, you sent this to me and Jeff, or Jeff sent, I don't remember. It was the three of us talking, and I went, that doesn't seem, I feel like Kenny Pickett almost even did that. And Jeff pointed out it's the 80% completion. That's probably the key on that one.
Yep.
But again, amazing. And I like to root for Kirk Cousins.
Sure, why not?
He's a good guy.
They may want to change the way they compute those, how much percentage, the win percentage, because as bad as Philly blew it, so did the guys figuring the percent.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm sure live betting too was just totally screwed up on that. Unbelievable. All right, my line of the night. Excuse me. This features Derek Carr. We talked about Derek Carr on Monday's show with Alex White. Is he the MVP? Are the Saints for real? Blah, blah, blah. Derek Carr, who was beloved here in Las Vegas, did not want to see him go. This is as Alex pointed out, Josh McDaniels, where is Josh McDaniels now?
He's working. He's dealing blackjack over at.
Like he was my
Fontainebleau.
Uber driver the other night. Yeah. So anyway, 57 quarterbacks started a season 2-0 in the past 7 years. 39 of those teams made the playoffs. The only quarterback to miss the playoffs more than once after following a 2-0 start that time span, Derek Carr, 3 times.
Oh, good. Then he'll be used to it this year.
Right. So Saints fans, don't get all excited, but they beat the Panthers. They beat the Panthers, right? Okay, who's not going to be? I think we could field a flag football team here and maybe beat them. But Dallas Cowboys, who everyone's sexy pick, looked real bad at home again, and they moved the ball. And we talked about his first, 15 or 16 possessions resulted in a touchdown or field goal. Look, Derek Carr's always been a good quarterback, hasn't won the big game. He's likable. I'm rooting for him, and I've always liked the Saints because they're like black and gold light. And I do love New Orleans.
Actually,
you could get a
more gold
Slim Slam there. Yeah.
What's that?
I said they're more gold than the Steelers.
Right. What color is the Steelers?
Yellow.
Don't say it.
Black and yellow.
But why were the black and gold?
Yellow.
It's not throw a flag. Someone throw a flag.
You threw that
Caden.
flag.
Throw a flag on Caden.
This color, actually. Yellow.
Oh, Ant's back. We got a whistle. Anytime the flag's on, is that a keyboard punch?
Not yet.
Line it up.
Not yet.
All right.
It's cold like the mustard, like Heinz mustard.
Well, I go French, as I told you, even though Heinz ketchup. All right, let's move on to Moonshine Moonshots. We're going to shift from football to baseball, correct? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a bottle right here, and it seems to be dwindling. I guess the cap has been left off. Anyway, this
Bring it
right here,
over.
City Light Shines. This is the moonshine. Brendan Gaughan's company, City Light Shines. This is the delicious cherry lemon. Oh, there we go. I could never be on The Price is Right.
Vanna, you ain't.
Vanna White, Carol Merrill. So anyway, come down to the South Point in September. You could win a bottle. There's details when you walk in about on slots and stuff, earn points. I see people every day walking out with a bottle of booze. So anyway, it's delicious. But anyway, in honor of that, this September during the Pennant Drive, we're doing Moonshine Moonshots, where we take a look at every home run, and Ryan puts together this great thing. Here they are, Dansby. Rooker again?
Bobby Witt Jr. Who's got
Brent
the longest
Rooker.
dong? Let's see.
Let's see. Colt Keith. Are you related? Jackson Merrill.
Yes.
Benintendi twice.
18 home runs last night. Ketel Marte with the longest. Another one in Colorado. This one going 460 feet.
Oh, my God. Yesterday was 469. There's Marte. This guy is so good.
He is.
I know Alex has taken him on the Home Day Homers Cup. I don't think he's hit yet. Has he? Can't remember. Anyway, great player. So how many stadiums is that a home run in?
All of them.
30 out of 30.
30 out of 30. We love 30 for 30. And 30 out of 30.
30 out of 30.
That's her one of one version right there. But I love it. I love seeing the home runs. Chicks dig the long ball. I didn't see any Pirates on there. And score no runs. And score no runs for Paul Skeens. Anyway, great. All right, shifting gears. Let's go to the punch ball. We have punch ball pundits time. We're bringing up the punch ball. We got Keith Lau here. We got this here it is. Welcome to Punch Ball Pundits. Yes. Would you like some cucumber water?
Oh,
there you go.
Yes.
All right, Keith, you go first. Dive into the ball. Pick one out. This is some topical stuff, some humor stuff, usually sports related. We'll also take a look at some gambling lines related to this to let you know what's going on and maybe preview what we think.
Okay. Is it okay for New York Giants fans to be happy Saquon Barkley dropped the ball?
Okay, so what do you think? So right now, he scored 3 touchdowns in the first game in Brazil. First time he needs a clutch moment on American soil. What happens?
He dropped the ball.
What do you think Giants fans did?
I think they jumped for joy because they're Giants fans. It's Philly. They jump for joy, and I think that everyone you saw on Hard Knocks, the New York Giants version of Hard Knocks,
the owner
breathed some kind of sigh of relief. Yeah. Well, you know, like you don't want to wish anything bad for him, but well, you know that not only that it helps, you know, early in the season. Now they're only one game behind them, right? But it's a player, the most popular player in Giants history.
As the owner told the general manager on Hard Knocks,
do not lose this guy.
Don't lose him. Okay, he's by far the most popular player, and he walks out like
over a small amount of money, really, in the grand scheme of football.
Everyone's afraid to give running backs money, but he's special.
He is.
Although last night was not a Philly special. Oh, snap. What do you think? Are Giants fans, are they all right to be mad at him?
Yeah.
To hate on him?
Yeah. I mean, you lose a guy that you wanted to keep and that had said that he wanted to stay a Giant for his whole career, and you get to watch him score 3 touchdowns in week 1 and kind of fester in that kind of emotion. And then in week 2, you get to watch him not make the play. And
right. While your team sucks.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, week 3, have you taken a look to see who the Eagles play on the road? The best team in the NFL, the New Orleans Saints. Yes. The Saints are 2-point favorites. Now, Saquon Barkley catches that ball, scores, and Philly wins, and they're 2-0. What is that line? Is it a pick? Is it a pick-em maybe? I don't know.
In New Orleans.
You know what I mean? Like, usually you get 3 points at home.
I get what you're saying.
I think the line's different.
2 points the other way.
It might be Philly on the road favorite.
Yeah. I don't know about a road favorite, especially the way New Orleans just dismantled.
Pick maybe?
Yeah, maybe a pick.
Maybe a pick, but anyway, that's the marquee game of the week right there, the 10 o'clock game. Unfortunately, I'll be watching the Chargers-Steelers, but I can quad box it. That's going to be a hell of a game right there. Wow. And the Giants, by the way, are playing the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Cleveland Browns -7 at home. Oh, look, the Browns I hate the Browns, but they're not a terrible team. But the poor Giants -7. I don't know what to do.
You got the Lions in Arizona. I mean, Arizona, look at them.
Another thing we talked about it yesterday, Arizona. You were talking about Arizona. You liked Arizona. You predicted a wild card for Arizona.
Yeah. Not necessarily that they would make the wild card, but they are my dark horse for this year. Matter of them staying healthy.
Murray stays healthy.
All right, I see a Keith Lyle handwritten. Oh, this is me. Oh, okay. This one is written by me. What did you miss the most about Ann being absent yesterday?
Aww.
What did you miss the most? You know what it was? For me, that right there, those reactions, and that whistle, and just the little touches, and she reins us all in when it becomes sort of a boys' club here. Why is Kate? What is going on?
He's throwing a flag.
Why are you ripping an empty Kleenex? Throw a flag on him. Someone. All right. Anyway, that's what I miss the most about Ann Ryan.
The laughs in the background.
Yeah. There it is. Give us a good laugh. Thank you. There's the good laugh. Keith, did you miss anything about it?
I did. I miss her smiling face and her cheery attitude.
There you go.
She's the best.
When she brings it.
All right, Ryan, this one's to you, my friend.
Okay.
Mike Trout says he's open to a position change.
Ooh.
3, 4. Where does he move to, and is this a good idea for the Angels?
Position change being a DH?
Well, he said he's DH. So here's the thing. He's been playing center field. He kind of realizing, hey, look, I'm open to move to a corner, a DH. Why they're not talking about first base? Maybe it's because he's too valuable. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he has to. I mean, he's beating up his body. He's going to be. He's 33, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to be. And I want everybody. It's good for the game when Mike Trout is healthy. When he went out this year, he was leading the majors in home runs. He had 10 homers. He was hitting a little. He was hitting like 220 before. He wasn't hitting great, but he always gets hotter. But anyway, he had 10 home runs. This guy's a generational player. Where do you put him?
Well, I don't think you move him to first base. I think his arm's too valuable.
Yeah.
And his speed is also there, so I think you have to keep him in the outfield. But I mean, the kind of hole you put in center field when you don't have Mike Trout,
I know.
there, it's pretty big.
But you gotta. I think like right field. It seems like mostly where he might go.
Yeah.
You don't want to DH him. DH. You're removed from the game. It's just not.
You could put him, third base, short left side of the infield. It's not unheard of for.
But they have Anthony
fielder.
Rendon at third.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He wants to play. Yeah.
Anthony Rendon will go down as the worst baseball history.
I wouldn't let Anthony Rendon bring people into the parking lot at the.
But if I'm the Angels manager, I make him do it. Like, look, we're paying you.
Oh yeah, no, he's in the press box giving the press guys hot dogs. That's what he's doing.
It's just the biggest robbery in baseball history. All right, Mike Trout. So all right, Keith, take another one.
Oh, okay. That guy's a thief. That Rendon.
I swear. He won a ring.
What's the best chicken sandwich at?
What?
And what best chicken sandwich? Fast food.
Oh, fast food.
Okay. Raising Cane's seems to be. Drew Dog loves Raising Cane's.
I like Raising Cane's.
What's
Raising
that?
Cane's a good one.
It was right before the show. I looked up and there was a chicken commercial on. So
Cane doesn't. They're not really known for their sandwiches. It's more just chicken.
The fingers. You like the fingers and you make your special sauce.
Yeah.
It's anyway. Mine. I'm going Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is the best.
I'm not a Chick-fil-A fan. Sorry.
Ryan, you look pained trying to figure this out.
Popeyes.
I was waiting for a Popeyes. Caden, you're kind of our food guy.
There.
As he eats.
He's eating chicken tendies. That's what he likes.
I don't know.
Best chicken sandwich.
Whataburger.
Whataburger?
That's the best chicken sandwich.
It's slept on. I'm telling you.
It's slept on.
It's really good.
All right, Ryan, do you have one?
No.
Chick-fil-A is the correct answer.
No.
Popeyes.
Popeyes for chicken sandwich, but Raising Cane's for tendies.
There you go. All right, Steelers have 1 touchdown this season, and they're undefeated. How many will they score against the Chargers this week? Now, I want to point out it's the home opener. Russell Wilson is not playing again. Justin Fields will be there. Crowd's going to be behind Justin Fields big time. Chargers are a good team. Decent defense. They got Harbaugh. I say the Steelers go out and score 3 or 4 touchdowns. Fields, 2 running, 2 passing. What am I going to say? They're not going to score? Of course I'm going to say it. You as
for
a
his
Justin
team or the other team?
For the how many do the Steelers score? They got to score at home. They're going to hear the boo birds if they don't.
They'll get 1.
Just 1?
They'll get 1.
Will they win? Who wins the Steelers?
They'll get 1 offensive touchdown.
Yeah. They might get a defensive too. You think just 1? I'll take the over. You want to bet the over? I'll take over 1.
What if we set it at 1.5?
1.5? I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take over 1.5.
Okay.
And if I lose, what happens and what do you lose? We'll think on this. We have all week to think about it. All right, Steeler offensive.
Wait a second.
What?
This is our team's playing. I think that you and I should have some sort of.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to think about that. We'll think about it.
Geriatric, something.
But whatever it is, I
can't
count
sing
on
your
Kate
favorite
to
yacht
help out.
rock song.
All right, so yeah, we'll make a bet. Ann and I make a bet. All right, I think we got a couple more in here. Let's just do Ryan's right here.
Okay.
Ryan put a card in. Blah, blah, blah. WNBA regular season ends Thursday. Who is your prediction to win in the WNBA finale or finals? New York looks good. Liberty looks good. I'm only going to be rooting. I'm in Las Vegas now. I have to root for the Aces, I guess. But I want to see Caitlin. I want to see Caitlin Clark go far. I don't think they have the complete team to win quite yet. I don't want to root for the Liberty, so I'll go with the Aces in the 3-peat.
Okay. I'll go with the Sun because that's one of the few WNBA teams I know other than the Aces and the Liberty.
It's a good way to do it. Ryan, this is your card. I feel like you have something up your sleeve for this one.
No, I would like to say that the Aces three-peat.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. I think it's more Sabrina Ionescu's turn and Brianna Stewart. New York Liberty, I think, get it.
Yeah, the Liberty. I mean, they're 27-6 last I looked.
They're playing well. Yeah. They have almost as many wins as the White Sox.
Yeah.
This is a great one. Underdogs are now 9-1 against the spread, 5-5 straight up.
Yep.
There are 8 such games in week 3. Which one would you take? All right. So is this your? Whose rating is this?
So that's mine.
That's yours.
So you can take the Giants in Cleveland against the Browns. Daniel Bellinger's birthday, by the way.
Today?
No, Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay.
In Sunday's game. You can take the Broncos getting 7 in Tampa.
Ooh.
You can take, well, I guess that one's a 5.5 now. But when I wrote it, the Raiders giving up 6 against the Panthers. The Niners giving up 7.5 against the Rams in LA. And both the Monday night games, the Bills against the Jags at home and the Bengals at home against the Commanders.
Wait, you're saying you would take the Raiders?
No, those are the options.
The Dogs.
Okay. What would you do in this Raider game? We talked about it yesterday. Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Raiders in for a letdown. I mean, 7 points at home, but Carolina, I feel like this is a backdoor cover late. Raiders maybe up and Andy Dalton feverishly driving them up and everyone in prevent. So I don't know.
They end up winning by 4 or something.
Yeah, right.
Backdoor cover.
I don't know. What do you think?
I could see that happening.
Don't you think Carolina, the
I think
offensive line,
to a 5.5.
Everyone on Carolina is probably like, this is a good move. We need to give Bryce Young a rest. He needs to sit back, let the game, watch on the sideline.
Get his head straight.
And Andy Dalton is a good vet. Andy Dalton's a career quarterback. He's a career quarterback in this league. He should probably do well, and I think they're going to rally around him. Again, David Tepper, worst owner. I hope they lose. I'm rooting for the Raiders. I don't like to say that, but I will root for the Raiders to win that game.
I think the Bengals may be a team in a bit of a disarray. You know, they lost a tough one this week. They lost a tough one week 1. They got a lot of rookies. They, Jamar Chase situation. He's throwing his helmet at the sidelines. You got T. Higgins. We don't know if he's going to play or not. It just I got a lot of disarray. And the Commanders, they may come around, on the road.
Sean will be betting them.
Yep.
All right, that's it for Punch Bowl Pundits. Let's go ahead and look at the day of the year.
Oh, yeah.
The day of the year? Is that proper English?
Sure.
Sure it is. September 17th, 2024, and it's National Apple Dumpling Gang. When you hear Apple Dumpling, Ann and Keith, what do you think of?
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts, the Apple Dumpling Gang. It's also National IT Day. You're welcome. National
Thank you. Come again.
National Monte Cristo Sandwich Day. Do you like a Monte Cristo? Yeah, you do.
I bet he does.
And that's Courtney's right. National Professional House Cleaners Day. And celebrity birthdays, hockey superstar Alex Ovechkin turns 39. NASCAR legend Jimmy Johnson. I partied on his yacht once, dropping names. He's 49. We put him into the machine. What? Just dropping names. Here we go. This is everything combined into one. There we go. So is that Jimmy Johnson driving a Monte Cristo car?
Yeah.
That looks like Conor McGregor.
And then Alex Ovechkin, he has his hockey stick and he's mopping because it's house cleaning day.
Yep.
Oh.
This is brilliant. These are both outstanding.
What is in his left hand?
What's that in? That's the best in a long time because Ovechkin's got the hockey skills so he can mop. Jimmy Johnson's driving a Monte Cristo car.
I don't know what's in Ovechkin's left hand.
It's probably an apple dumpling.
A cinnamon stick? I don't know.
I think it just confused the 2 sticks, and I think it confused the 1 and made it 2.
That's one of our better ones. That is a good one.
It is a good one.
All right, 100 shows ago, ladies and gentlemen, it was the day after the NFL draft, and Ryan, your buddy, you just mentioned Daniel Bellinger. It's his birthday this weekend.
Yep.
And he's playing this weekend. So is it a home game?
Nope, in Cleveland.
Oh, God. Could you think of something worse? Celebrate a birthday in Cleveland?
Green Bay.
Sucks. There you go. Anyway, he talks about his draft, right? We talked about his draft 100 shows ago. I can't believe it's already been 100 shows when Daniel Bellinger was on for the second time. Day after the draft. So this was in April. Here's a clip 100 shows ago.
With the 112th pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Daniel Bellinger, tight end, San Diego State. Woo!
Yeah, Danny boy.
And Ryan, there he is. Ryan, give him a nice build up your friend for a big introduction.
All right. So, Las Vegas kid.
Right.
Palo Verde alum. Went to San Diego State. all conference there, I think, or second team. Something like that. Yeah. Drafted with the 112th pick in the NFL draft. New York Giants tight end, Daniel Bellinger.
Hey, Daniel! Take us back to that moment that you heard your name announced as being drafted by an NFL team and one as storied as the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, I mean, it was unreal. Originally I wasn't sure where I was going to land. My agent told me, anywhere from the 2nd to the 6th round. So I was kind of on edge day 2 and day 3. And then early that morning at like 7 a.m., my agent said, just be ready, not sure what's going to happen or who's going to call who. So I was sitting there next to my dad and my mom, and, it was just nerve-wracking, just kind of shaking a little bit. And then I get my phone starts ringing, and it just because New York Giants across the screen.
Wow.
I'm like, I didn't even know how to respond really. And, everybody, like we were all kind of just, casually talking. And then the moment you heard the buzz, everybody just
I'm always wondering if the name is displayed or it says like potential spam.
And I didn't even know what it was going to happen. I didn't know if it was going to be like a random number or what it was going to be. But it was just NY Giants. And I'm like, oh, shit, here we go.
I hope he scores on Sunday.
What's that?
I hope he scores on Sunday.
That would be great. That would be the best birthday present ever. Oh, we got to look at that. We got to get a prop bet on Daniel Bellinger.
Yeah.
Do you think he goes to the coach? He's like, Coach, it's my birthday. Help me out.
Well, I hope he scores a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Because his birthday, he's going to.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, looking at the chat, we have someone new. Champy says, my Cardinals put the NFC on notice on Sunday. Marvin Harrison Jr. out there looking like a young Randy Moss. That would be amazing. After only, 1 or 2 catches opening day? Mm-hmm. 1 catch, I think. He was badass. Best bird team in the NFL this year is the Cardinals. Champy, welcome to the chat. It's 12:36 still, and roll the graphic. It's time for picks at 12:36 and 59 seconds. It still counts. At 12:36. All right, Keith, do you have a pick for us today?
I do, and I have a pick, and they say you should ride the streak.
You should, yes. Never bet against the streak.
Never bet against the streak, and we have a couple of streakers in Major League Baseball.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I have to.
You're really going to do this?
I am.
No.
We have a team that's lost 6 in a row.
Okay.
They are the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Oh, of California, planet Earth.
And they are playing a team that has won 3 in a row.
Okay.
Who have also have multiple 20-game losing streaks this season.
They are the Chicago White Sox.
Yes, they are.
And they are plus 152, so you're getting plus money.
You're getting plus money.
And it's easy to bet a favorite. It's easy to go with the Royals, who have
Don't say it's easy betting a favorite. I feel like that was a shot at me.
No. That's you could bet chalk. I think who's going for
the Pirates?
No, they're not going to win. The Phillies have was it Nola going today? I mean, they got
Wheeler.
Is it Nola? It's Wheeler.
It's Wheeler.
Wheeler. I'm sorry, Wheeler. You could go with one, but no. I'm going with it. I'm riding the streaks. In the 80s and 90s, I think the saying around Pittsburgh was ride the blade. But today I'm riding the streaks.
So I'm taking the
White Sox.
Because they've won how many in a row?
3, which is ties their record for the year.
Oh, my God. All right. Chicago White Sox. I never thought I'd say this on the show. Chicago White Sox is Keith's pick. But you make good sense. It's a streak.
Kenny picked them this morning on Sports by the Book. It was his pick of the day.
Make sure you watch Sports by the Book Monday through Wednesday with Alex White, and then Alex and Jeff Parles, the other ones. Okay, and Ryan does some shows sometimes, and just
in the afternoon.
Just precisely. Go. Just what's your pick, Ryan? What's your pick today?
Down go the Buccos.
Oh no!
Lance Lynn and the Cardinals.
Lance Lynn
Pirates.
Kills the Pirates. I don't care if he's 50. He's close to 50. Kane would probably make him stand up.
Minus 140 here at the South Point. The Cardinals favored on the money line. If you would like to take the run line price, it is plus 155.
All right. Quickly, we got a lot of show. Okay, thank you. So we got White Sox and
Cardinals.
The Cardinals. Wow, 2 teams I hate. Well, I don't hate the White Sox.
Me too.
I'm taking the Guardians and Twins over. I lost yesterday. I had Paul Skeens. I went with them. My baseball streak in September is over. I'm getting back on the winning side. Guardians and Twins over. What do we have the over here at South Point?
8.5.
8.5? 8.5. Yeah, take the over. Just trust me. Take it. That's a good bet. Over 8. It says 8, but it's 8.5.
Yeah, it's 8 hole, juice to the over.
Okay, there you go.
Over, yeah.
I like the over. Take that. That's my pick. All right, let's move on. We have the cap. It's time for Captain Punch. We have a cap. Where's the cap? I have the cap somewhere. Here we go. All right.
You're capping?
We're going to cap it. Caden, did you turn it on? Or do I have to turn it on?
I got it. It's on. I hear it.
Oh, my God. It's 12:40. And pick up Andrew. Pick up Drew Dog. He was born at 12:40 p.m. This is the exact moment he was born. Could reenact it. Anyway, happy
Hold him
birthday.
up like Simba.
Officially his birthday.
All right, Keith, you want to go for? Go ahead, fire it up. I got to turn it on. All right. So, Captain Punch, ladies and gentlemen, we've done a couple different. We're trying to crack the code on how fun. This is kind of a speed round, and to set it up, Ryan, we have a clip of how this is going to work today.
Yeah. So a couple guys on social media did this edition of our Captain Punch, basically giving each other 60 seconds to try and find two different athletes, whatever, two different in the same category. And so here we're going to roll the video.
Okay, Greg, guess the athlete.
Is it
we
on?
got a minute, and it's two guys.
Okay, put it on. Is it you controlling it?
No screwing around?
Nope.
Is this
Okay, golf, hockey, soccer, baseball, basketball, football, tennis.
Yeah, football.
NFL.
Yes.
AFC.
Yes.
AFC North.
Nope.
East.
Yes.
South East.
Yep.
The Patriots.
Nope.
Jets. Bills.
Nope. Bills. Yep.
Bills.
Yep.
They're currently playing.
Yes.
Offensive player.
Yes.
Quarterback.
Yes.
Josh Allen.
Correct. The first guy.
Golf, hockey, soccer, baseball, basketball, football.
Football. Yep.
NFL.
Yes.
AFC.
Yes.
We're going AFC North.
Nope.
East.
Nope. South.
Yep.
Yep.
The Colts.
Nope.
Texans.
Nope.
Titans.
Nope.
Jaguars.
Yep.
Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence.
No.
Is it an offensive player? Are they currently playing?
Yes.
Offensive player.
No.
Defensive player. Josh Allen.
Yeah, it's Josh Allen.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen's.
Yep, both
You got
Josh Allen. That's the
under
most.
50
That's
seconds.
the coolest thing that happened during that clip, ladies and
there you
gentlemen.
go.
Anything else happen?
Yeah.
That was my first official one.
I don't know. You're up to 5.5 now.
I am not. That's the first time I might have slipped and said a bad word on the show. I'm sorry, Cecilia. We see that. Okay. You know what? This might have to go back to Amazon. It seems like it never holds a charge for us. Yeah, no, but if I hold it down, but then it says blade, and then it disappears.
Oh, yeah.
No battery right there,
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Shame.
Had one job today.
I literally charged it for like an hour.
There's
Throw a flag on Caden!
Shame.
Yep.
All
Well,
right.
when Darren used to work here, he'd charge
Devin!
that. What?
Devin!
Devin. Sorry, Devin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Devin always had a charge.
We're calling an audible at the line. Blue
That's fine.
32!
Omaha.
Blue 32, Omaha!
Hope you
Post
enjoyed
with
that video
punchlines!
of the Josh Allens.
What's that?
I said, hope you enjoyed the video of the Josh Allens.
It was
That was
great.
fun.
And by the way, you were probably listening intently to them and you didn't hear anything with the mics.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say something wrong?
And sound the horn! It's time with posts for punchlines. We have great posts today. Let's take a look real quick. Fun show so far. Thank you, Keith. Always fun to have you here. Post the punchlines. Comb the internet. Find a bunch of funny stuff. You can comment on them as well. Join the chat by subscribing. 5 minutes later, you're in.
You know you were muted, though, during that last video.
Was I in? Yes, I was. Shut up.
No,
I was.
I literally went back and listened to it.
Oh, I'll have to figure this out on the way home.
You're on the board.
That's my first legit one.
Well, you may as well just do it now since you've already had one.
No, I'm not going to pull a nagel and say it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry if I said a bad word. Oh, they're playing it back for Ann to listen to?
Oh, they are, yeah. Oh, yeah, I heard it from here.
And by the way, let's point this out.
Shit.
241 shows for me not to slip with a clean.
Yeah, we've got 5.5.
I do not. And by the way, was I on camera? I don't know. That wasn't my voice.
It was
Prove
AI.
Was I on camera?
I don't know.
I wasn't on camera, was I? Your Honor, Exhibit A.
I threw my voice.
There you go. See? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan, what are we starting with posts with punchlines today?
All right, going to the starting in the NFL.
Didn't swear.
This one isn't exactly a sporting clip, more
Okay.
a fantasy league trade that had something funny go along with it.
Sports related. It works.
3 bags of Tostito scoops, I notice.
This is one of my favorite movies, by the way. They had a special.
There was a special on these tonight.
I remember this.
3 for 1. 3 for 1. Yep. How can that be profitable for Frito-Lay?
So a guy made a trade in this fantasy league:
Okay.
Najee Harris, George Pickens, and Brian Thomas for just Christian McCaffrey. And so the back and forth was 3 for 1. Yes, sir. 3 starters for one, not one for one guy not playing. How could that be? How could that possibly be profitable for Frito-Lay? The guy goes, what? And then he sends the GIF.
He didn't get it.
Yeah. What are you talking about? And so yeah, he didn't get that was from Game Night.
Game Night.
Oh, Game Night.
Yeah. Just how could that be profitable for Frito-Lay?
So when was this trade? Is this trade? Was it accepted?
I would imagine not.
No. The commissioner, as the commissioner of our league. And if Thomas is watching, Thomas, you're a manager. What would you do? Would you allow that trade?
I would want to understand why the movie's being made.
That's Jesse Plemons, Jason Bateman. That movie is so good. I've seen it probably 5 times. And if you've ever watched the credits at the end, Jesse Plemons, they have like his board in his basement, and he has the letter that he wrote to Frito-Lay asking about the 3 for 1. So just watch the credits at the end. How could they possibly make a 3 for 1? Because they didn't want to invite him to the game night. That movie is tremendous. Great, very underrated movie. I don't even know if it's underrated. Caden, fan? Never seen it. Game night. You want a comedy? Game night.
I have a manager in our league too, by the way. Now,
who's that?
Thomas the Train.
You got Thomas too?
That's who's my manager is. It's my second manager in the league, Thomas.
We're not allowing it. All right, Ryan, what's next?
Well, this next one, we're going to still look at a fantasy team. This one, basically, if you think your fantasy team's in trouble, it's not as bad as this guy.
Oh, no. Okay, let's see.
Glass House, Glass Bones. Pretty much everyone except for his defense is hurt.
Who are they?
He's got Jordan Love as his quarterback.
Right.
Here, I got to pull it up myself. Okay. Jordan Love is quarterback. Raheem Mostert as his running back. Kenneth Walker, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel, David Njoku, Cooper Kupp, and Graham Gano.
Oh, Kupp is out for a while too, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 games. Hate seeing that because I love Cooper Kupp, but that is, I mean, that's when you just you say, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
All he's missing is Hollywood Brown and Puka Nakua.
That's going to be worse than my week 6 matchup with everyone I drafted is off the 6th round.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Wait a second. I see a Steeler on this next one. What do we got?
Yeah, so you had mentioned it. The undefeated teams in the NHL, only one of them has only scored 1 touchdown in the National Football League, and that is the Pittsburgh Steelers. The New Orleans Saints lead the National Football League with undefeated teams
11
in general. 11 total touchdowns scored by the New Orleans Saints. Next is the Buffalo Bills with 8. A couple of teams with 6, a couple of teams with 5, and a couple of teams with 4.
Texans only 4.
And the Eagles are actually no longer on this chart.
Yeah, right, exactly, because they lost last night. But the Steelers won, and they're 2-0. Again, the Steelers' back half schedule gets really tough, all their divisional games late. So they need to feed on this early part of the schedule. And so far, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Charger game is a huge game. Huge game. Week after, I think they play the Colts, who aren't as good as we thought. I think. I can't. Is there a magnetic schedule around here?
There is.
Where is it?
It was over here somewhere.
There's a pack of Dick Tracy trading cards that Sean. Oh, I almost did it again. Okay. Anyway, so the total comes out 2, and you have Pickens and Kamara in there.
Mm-hmm.
Kamara, hell of a year so far. Yeah. Maybe he's the MVP. Nope, Derek Carr. Week 2, Derek Carr.
Well,
absolutely.
You said Derek Carr, and the Saints have scored a whole lot of touchdowns, but Derek Carr ran one in on Sunday against the Cowboys and did a little dance and was asked about it in his press conference.
I want to say something about this.
Four kids for you. Had to lure their mama in somehow. You know what I mean?
Had to lure their mama in somehow.
Now that was a Tom Brady game, right? He was announcing.
Yeah,
it was Brady and whoever Kevin whatever. It's not Burkhardt. It's another Kevin or whatever his name is. No, it's not. Anyway, the guy goes, "Oh, he's doing a little bit of Elvis."
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he did.
Yes.
You saw that too?
Yeah.
Because I was watching that game because it was the year, and I'm like, and no one's in his ear going, that's Michael Jackson. Like, how do you confuse? Like, Elvis is, we know Elvis,
yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was my big faux pas. I just was like, how can you say Elvis for that?
Elvis would have been cool because it would have been like a Las Vegas callback.
Oh, for Derek Carr?
Yeah, that would have been awesome instead of Michael Jackson because his brother Tito passed away.
Thank you for bringing the show
to Jackson 3.
Tito, get me a tissue.
Yes.
From Delirious Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Next.
Okay, we will go to Arizona.
We were quoting something from 40 years ago.
Yeah. Kyler Murray's
Literally
jersey
40.
from this past weekend against the Los Angeles Rams is headed to Canton in a Murray.
Wow. What?
So Kyler Murray
getting to Canton into Murray.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kyler Murray became the second player in NFL history with 250-plus passing yards, 50-plus rushing yards, and a perfect passer rating. The only other player in NFL history to do it was Ken Anderson in 1974.
Kenny Anderson? By the way, they had to go back and compute all that. Ken Anderson was a good quarterback for the Bengals. A lot of people think he should be in the Hall of Fame. He was efficient.
Yeah, he was.
Efficient. All like
82
medium range. Yeah, medium range passes. Yeah, lost to Montana in the Super Bowl. Nemesis of the Steelers. Good player. But that's really impressive. Kyler Murray gets a lot of guff because his size and, he hasn't stayed healthy. When he's healthy, he's so much fun to watch. What's that?
Plays a lot of Call of Duty.
Yeah, they're ripping on that.
Yeah.
So isn't a new one coming out soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that meme too, right?
Yeah.
It was like...
So it's. I think it comes out in November. Basically, anytime that Call of Duty has a double experience weekend, double XP, so like you get more, you can level up faster.
Okay.
Kyler Murray's had really bad games following that weekend.
Okay, please keep track of this. We have to remember this for November.
They also had to put a clause in his contract.
Yes!
Being that he had to watch a certain amount of hours of film instead of playing video games.
Well, he really, when he signed his contract after his rookie contract, his extension, that's when everyone started giving him a hard time. And now you look at all the quarterbacks that have gotten huge extensions after that, whether it's Trevor Lawrence or Tua, or all with guaranteed money like that. Now you're going to give Kyler, you're giving Kyler Murray a hard time when these guys haven't proven anything either.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he's fun to watch, man. That guy.
Yeah,
when he runs,
spectacular plays.
He looks like the fastest person ever when he runs. Yeah. I think it's because he takes short little strides or something. It's kind of like me. If you ever saw my moves.
Oh yeah. When you were punting.
Although I used to be really fast. So when Ryan and I were heading to the NFL experience, I don't know if I ever told this, we were going to maybe do the 40 times and everything. So it was me, Drew Dog, birthday boy, and him, and the light turns green, and Ryan sort of effortlessly starts gliding, and I go, like that, and Ryan had his hands in his pockets, because I think it was cold, and he turns and goes, oh my God, I'm going to kill you in the 40. Do you remember that moment? Yeah. I do, and I went, because I used to have that quick first step, and I went, Tylenol.
When did you have this quick first step?
When I was the Blade.
Oh, I see.
My entire baseball career, never thrown out at second stealing.
Really?
Was thrown out at third one time, which I disputed the call.
That was probably a bad call because the umpire usually stands at second base when you're in Little League.
Right.
Yeah, so he didn't have a good
this was
view.
double A ball.
Oh, and double A. Well, still, they only have...
I played for the Cincinnati Reds double A team.
They have a couple of umpires, and he was probably distracted by the blonde. and the
Totally true. Never thrown out at second, Ryan. I was fast.
Like Rod Carew.
You may have never been thrown out at second. You also have never thrown a touchdown pass in the National Football League.
Oh, segue, boy! Yes!
The rookies in this year's class also have yet to throw a touchdown pass in the National Football League. So basically, 2 games in, and J.J. McCarthy is still tied for the rookie lead in passing touchdowns.
That is my favorite. Did Alex send this to us yesterday after the show, or you sent it to me and Alex?
That's
awesome.
He sent it. J.J. McCarthy tied for the lead. That's my favorite post of the day. And the best name for this would be Touchdown Viking Pins.
Oh.
How did I miss that, Ann? I don't know. That's a Hall of Famer, too. I want to go back real quick to the Murray one.
Okay.
What was it again? Jerseys on it.
To Canton and a Murray.
To Canton and a Murray.
But what was yesterday's that I said was the best ever? Bracket case.
Yeah.
Please, someone write it. Caden, do something.
Yeah.
Write those down.
Yes, make a list of all the good ones.
Just make
but
me
not
get
the Mookie
up.
Betts one.
The phone, the Betts. We love Caden. Write that down. Racket case.
Yeah.
For Green Day and Serena Williams.
That was good.
Oh, don't give it this. It surpassed
like
Flown
Green
Ranger,
Day.
which basically the people who do that chart on game probability never thought Flown Ranger would get overtaken.
No.
Didn't see Racket
It was
case
at a 0.7% chance.
All right, Ryan, what's next?
Okay, so now we are going to from rookie quarterbacks to bookies. Basically, no tiers ever for the bookie.
No tiers for the bookies.
The NFL betting public is 11, 20, and 1 against the spread so far this season, meaning 11 wins, 20 losses, and 1 push. It's the second worst start against the spread over the last 20 years, only better than 2018.
Wait, I'm confused by this. If you could explain this a little. So there's been more than 32 games. What am I missing here?
So this was going into last night.
Oh, going into last night. But there's been 2 weeks of action. Is this primetime games? I'm confused.
No. 32, 16 games in each week.
16.
Yeah, I just want to ever spell that out for everyone. I knew.
Yeah.
It's betting public.
I felt like there was a lot more games. There's only been 32 games?
Yeah.
You're thinking it is. Never mind.
16 games each week.
Yes.
But there's 32 teams.
Correct.
Which divides into 16 games.
I know. I'm just doing this, to fill time and.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway.
I'm like, there's been more than 31.
Anyway, don't cry for the bookie. That's the point we were making there.
I would have said tough bookie.
Tough bookie. Oh, like a tough cookie. That's an older term, though. We probably never heard it. Oh, he's one tough cookie. Have you ever heard that term?
I've heard it.
Okay.
Probably not, Kate.
Where's your dad?
So now we're going to go to college football.
By the way, that Gardner Minshew photo is frightening.
Yeah, it is.
The way he's, can we see that again?
Yeah,
Gardner Minshew, that looks like, he looks like like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean who just hit crack. Just
looks like John Matuzak.
John Matuzak, wow, a Raider from the past. He looks a little crazy there, but hey, you beat the Ravens. I've always loved Gardner Minshew.
It was amazing.
Great game.
What a game.
Well, now we're going to go to a quarterback that looks like Gardner Minshew in Cam Rising. Quarterback for the Utah Utes playing against Oklahoma State this weekend. The two quarterbacks age
49ers.
49 years old.
Nice, Ryan.
Two college quarterbacks, both in their 7th year of college. Born one in 2000, one in 1999. So yeah, their combined age is 49 years old. The combined age of the starting quarterbacks in the Colts-Bears game this weekend is 44.
That's so weird. Did you see the kicker for Colorado State?
Yeah.
32 years old.
Yes.
He has 3 kids. One of them is his holder. No,
yes.
That's not true. No. He's 32 years old. He's from England. He played soccer, came over to the States, plays for Colorado State. He's 32 years old. And what's his number one job as being not being played after being plays kicker? Buying beer.
Yep.
Oh, of course.
No,
Yeah.
He's 32. That doesn't seem right.
These guys, what are they? Van Wilder?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
They're the 7-year program. It's worse than me.
Yeah, well,
how long did it take you to get through college?
Van Wilder is loosely based on Bert Kreischer. Is
yeah.
that? Yeah, that's true. Okay, that was his because he partied in college
yeah.
a lot. But anyway, that's ridiculous. 49ers, a good one.
7 years,
but 32-year-old kicker.
Well, maybe they actually show up to classes. I don't know how it gets you.
32 years old. What is it? He rents cars for everybody because you have to be 25.
Yeah.
Anyway, 32-year-old kicker. That's a great one though. I'm drinking more Pepsi. Hold on.
Well, now we'll be going to baseball. One that could have been a line of the night yesterday, being it actually happened on Sunday.
Yep.
But for the first time in 25 years at AT&T Park, or whatever they call it now, a right-handed hitter has hit a splash hit into McCovey Cove.
I always love seeing the guys in the canoes out there.
Yeah. Elliot Ramos. We actually get a video.
Dave got it. Dave got it.
Look at Dave.
He's going to take that and put it in the basement with all the people. No, anyway, that's impressive for a right-handed hitter because that's a poke, by the way.
That is.
He's got to have. He must have had some wind going on there.
Well, it was like a 100 mile hour fastball that he hit.
Right.
But think about all the right-handed hitters that have been there that haven't done it. I mean, you're talking about
Jeff Kent.
Yeah, some major. Well, I mean, even guys in the American League that have come over. Guys.
Aaron Judge probably played there. Yeah, they booed him because he was supposed to be a Giant.
Yes.
Right. Remember that?
Yep.
It was announced
when it was. Arson Judge is a Giant.
What's that again?
Arson Judge. When the guy that tweeted Aaron Judge is a Giant tweeted Aaron Judge is a Giant, he actually tweeted Arson Judge.
Oh, because he couldn't spell Aaron.
It just autocorrected from Aaron to Arson.
That, or he was in such a hurry to try to break the story, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not even going to fix it."
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
There's a lot of righties that haven't done it, so that's quite.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I found it to be amazing.
By the way, who was it
again?
again?
A long time.
Elliot Ramos.
Oh, he's good.
He's going to be Rookie of the Year.
What?
No.
Jackson Merrill. But okay, so now we had talked about
the
a little bit earlier.
White Sox.
The White Sox against the Angels. The pick for Keith Lyle is the White Sox. But yeah, these two teams play each other now six more times throughout the regular season. So the White Sox, 11 games left, need 6 wins to avoid having the most losses in the MLB modern era. And the Angels need 7 wins to avoid having the most losses in franchise history.
Oh, Angels.
So Frank's title for this one was Halos versus Pale Hose.
White Sox are known as the Pale Hose. When I was a kid. I don't know who referred to it all the time. Oh, the Pale Hose.
Yeah, White Sox.
Yeah.
They're pale.
You ever hear that?
I've never heard that.
Yeah, you really don't hear it anymore, but it's the Pale Hose.
I was just going to call it Battle for Biggest Loser.
It's a good one.
And then put the
Fattest
biggest,
Loser.
Thank
the
you for
biggest
going with
loser
mine. I like
in
that
one.
You bet the White Sox, huh?
I picked him today.
Are you walking to the window to put a little cash down on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because
Chris, he's coming.
yeah.
All right, this one I'm in love with.
Yeah,
this
could be the final one for today.
This was one of my favorites. This is a good one.
New York Mets went on their run earlier this year because of
Speaking of streaks.
Grimace, and they are now honoring Grimace with a purple bleacher seat in the outfield.
That's
So
it's amazing.
Grimace's own seat in Citi Field.
Now, can you go on like StubHub and get that seat, or like how are you going to find out? Because
yeah, I'm not sure.
I would feel like people are that's going to be the seat to have. This is genius. They should actually, if they were
Make 'em
smart,
all.
they get McDonald's to sponsor about 50 of them.
Yeah.
And then sell those as the McDonald's seats, and you get like a free Happy Meal if you get them on get the New York Mets promotions on the phone. Caden, do it.
Yeah, you could do the whole McDonald land out there.
Have the burglar,
The burglar, hamburglar.
By the way, when I was a
Mary
child,
McCheese.
Hamburglar scared me.
He should.
He was creepy.
Rumble.
Yeah,
That
he
his
was creepy.
thing.
He was
Yeah.
creepy. Anyway, the Mets, I never liked the Mets in my life until kind of this year, Francisco Lindor. I enjoy watching the Mets play. Wouldn't hate seeing him in the playoffs. I don't know. Okay. Before we end, Keith Lyle, who's always here and always in the chat room as the quarterback of the chat room, has a gambling story for us. We always enjoy
I've been
these.
sitting on this one for a while.
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
When Charles Oakley got kicked out of the Madison Square Garden,
Oh, feuding with the owner, right?
I did not cry for him.
Okay.
He is not a nice man.
Oh, really? Okay. How do you know
He's
this?
not a nice man. I'm dealing craps, and he's playing with some of his friends, and the way he bets a lot of a stack of chips with all different colors.
Okay.
So when you pay it, you got to take them all apart, break it down. So it takes a minute. But the thing that was most upsetting about Charles Oakley was he was cheating.
Oh.
And I mean cheating in a way that will get you arrested.
Wow.
Cheating. When the dice would land, as soon as they would land, he would take his chips and try to drop them on the pass line. It's called pass posting.
Okay.
So he would try to catch you and have you pay him when he didn't have the bet down.
Wow.
It's called pass posting. So I was on the stick, and I had thought I'd heard something, like, because you hear the chips fall, and I thought I heard something. So when I came around to that side that I was dealing to, I said to the supervisor, "Hey, watch him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't miss him. He's 7 feet tall. Watch him. Something's not right." But I'm gonna because what he's doing is he's watching the dealer on his side. If his eyes go off to see where the dice land, he will make that move.
Wow.
The dealer's supposed to watch his side, not the dice. So I get over there, and I'm watching him, and I see him watching me. Like, he's definitely eyeballing me and everything. So I lean down to the box man, and I say, "Hey, watch. I'm going to jerk my head to follow the dice. You watch him." He goes, "Okay." So I do it, and sure enough, he tried it.
Wow.
And so no bet. Push the bet back. What? You know, like he complaining like he got fouled. He's like, "I didn't foul him." Like, the guy's bleeding.
Wow.
The ref's like, he's bleeding. Like, what do you mean you didn't foul him? Like, we heard the slap at home, you know?
Wow.
So push it back. No, so he does it like 3 times. By the 3rd time, finally the supervisor's like, "Charles, get your money, get off the table. You're done.
Right.
You're done." And he's crying and complaining the whole time. And I said, as they're pulling him off, "You're lucky you aren't arrested. That's like a crime.
Yeah.
That's like a crime here in Vegas. You're lucky you're not arrested." And he said some choice words that, I don't want to go on the list, so I won't say. So the pit boss went over and was very sorry because, you don't want to upset this guy.
Right.
Get him out of here. He's a thief. So they just, not for tonight, you come back tomorrow. So, of course, he comes back the next day. I tap in. I come into the table. 8 o'clock's my start shift. He's started the shift. He's on the game, and he's like, "Oh no, I ain't playing with this guy." And he picks his money up, and I go, "Yeah." And I said, "Charles, you shouldn't, because you're a cheater. You're half-assing it." I said, "This is why Jordan ran you out of town and you went to the Knicks." And he's like, "Hey, man," now he's really going at me. And his
you
friends
said
are like,
this for
"Oh,
real."
yeah." And he's really, the guy's a thief.
Yeah.
He's, really laying into me. Yeah. He won 3 with Cartwright. They took Cartwright off the Knicks and won 3 championships because you don't want to do the work to actually win. And now I'm yelling at him. Oh, and he's yelling back at me. They won with Luke Longley. 3 with Cliff Livingston has a ring, and you don't because you don't want to do the work to win. and they backed him off the game, and they're calming me down, and like, why, I can't remember if I got written up or not, because I didn't really care,
Right.
but I'm like, the guy's trying to cheat. Then, come find out, a couple years later, in Biloxi, arrested for doing the same thing. Pulled him off of Mississippi doing the same thing. Then, a couple years later, he comes back. He's at the Cosmopolitan, and he's got a new cheating move.
Oh, my God.
He's playing blackjack, and he has a big stack on the table,
Right.
and when he loses, he goes, oh, man, and goes like this, like he's just swatting.
Yeah.
And he tries to swat the chips into his hand and take them off the table. Pulling
God.
back his bet like that.
And
which
they
is also
busted him.
cheating.
And they
busted him. Not only busted him, but I believe he hurt his arm in the fracas.
Oh my goodness!
And went down.
Is he in that little black book? Maybe
not yet. But I mean, when if it's the weekend and you're in the Clark County Detention Center, you're spending the weekend there.
Holy mackerel! And by the way, your wife told us you were going to tell this story, and we have a surprise. Charles, come on in, ladies and Charles Oakley.
You pig. You pig. That's why you're not allowed in the garden, you slob. You probably went and tried to take a bunch of waters out of there. You know how Dolan is. He's tight.
Oh, my God. That was awesome and a bull story, and Ryan was smiling the whole time. That's why we have Keith Lyle. Keith Lyle, thank you for being here, Keith. Great job. Keep up the great work
My
in the
favorite
chat
hour
room.
every day.
I appreciate it. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow with Matt and Everett will be here, and we're very excited to have Matt and Everett. Ryan, any parting thoughts, any final words?
Go White Sox.
Go White Sox! Drew Dog, happy birthday. Punchlines.
Happy birthday,
Back in the
Drew
back
Dog.
every show. Bye-bye.